Hello, my name is Tiffany Phillips, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Voicethread. Voicethread is a Web 2.0 tool, and like most Web 2.0 tools, it allows for collaboration in a social media dialogue setting. What this means is it allows for use of the internet to connect with people in different areas of the world, in your classroom or your colleagues, and to explore the different areas in their have dialogue with them abroad. The specific one we're going to talk about again is called VoiceThread. A VoiceThread is a collaborative multimedia slideshow that holds images, documents, videos, and allows people to navigate slides and leave comments in 5 ways. Things that are unique to a VoiceThread is that they support most standard file formats, such as PDF files, Microsoft Word, Excel, Office 7, many other programs. It also allows you to import pictures and files from Flickr and Facebook. Now we're going to talk about some more educational benefits of VoiceThread. With VoiceThread, it allows you to explore your students' thoughts and perceptions. With this tool, you can get feedback directly from your student concerning a certain topic or area. Not only that, but it allows the students to collaborate with each other concerning curriculum material. They will be able to view and post comments concerning other students' responses to your initial blogging. It also allows you to provide step-by-step instruction to your students to review outside the classroom. Say, for instance, you went over a lecture, but you're not sure everybody really understood it. Well, you can actually take your diagrams and everything and put it in on a VoiceThread, walk through the process of something, and your students will have access to you on hand, just like they were taking an online class instead of an on-site class. You can also share your VoiceThread with colleagues for extensive support and their input concerning certain curriculum material. Besides those benefits, there are many more to a VoiceThread. With VoiceThread, you can doodle on it. So you can personalize diagrams and emphasize points of your lecture. Say, for instance, you're teaching a science class and you're talking about the anatomy of a frog. You have the diagram that you upload, but you're also able to physically write on that diagram using a VoiceThread and record that information for students to view. Not only can you doodle on your VoiceThread, but when people comment concerning your VoiceThread, they can also doodle on that. Embedding and exporting a VoiceThread also allow for some benefits. You can upload your VoiceThread to YouTube and any other website you choose. You can also download or export your VoiceThread as a DVD, MP3 player audio file, or to your cell phone to have it on the go. So if your students are for some reason not in class and you happen to create a VoiceThread concerning a certain lesson and they don't have access to it internet outside of the classroom, they can go to the school library and download your VoiceThread as a DVD, MP3 audio player to their cell phones at a very low charge, and they will be able to have that information on hand to them. Now I'm going to explore the 5 ways that you can comment. If I post my VoiceThread, you can comment like I'm doing now. You can use your computer microphone and respond to someone. You can use a webcam on your computer. You can also use a regular telephone, which is very good. So you can just call in and respond over the phone. You can text a response, or you can do an audio MP3 file. You can create an audio file and upload it as a comment on a VoiceThread. Now, moderation is something that VoiceThread allows, and what it allows you to do is limit what contacts are viewable to your students. Say you have a student that is not particularly pleased with the course in and of itself, but you don't want those negative feelings spreading abroad through the classroom. They post something that is not necessarily in support of the lesson or support of your teaching techniques. You can disallow that comment to be viewable by your students and therefore minimizing any outside issues concerning things of that nature. There are more drawbacks concerning using VoiceThread, in the classroom, there are some problems when it comes to internet accessibility in children's homes and also on school campuses. Sometimes the time for your class period may not allow everyone to rotate through your student lab, and so everyone doesn't get to access it. Or if a student misses class or is absent for some reason and does not have internet access at home, this can also pose a problem. And so that now when we talked about the exporting before, we kind of talked about it as a benefit, that they can have the information on the go if they don't have internet access. But again, exporting does cost. And the fee for that is $2.99 for each download, or you can pay the price for 10 downloads, you can pay $20. So some students who are from a poverty-stricken background who don't have internet accessibility may not necessarily also have the cost to export the files that they may need. There's also may pose a problem with inclusion for students with learning disabilities, students who are challenged visually, or students who are challenged audibly may have difficulty using this program or accessing it or using it to its fullest potential. There are some potential parental concerns and consent that is kind of necessary when you're talking about using the internet in your classroom as a tool at all. Some parents in general feel that technology is a hindrance on education, and some others have the concerns of who are all they're going to be introduced to, or what all they're going to be able to access if they're using such a program as VoiceThread. Those are concerns that you would have to reassure the parent on concerning issues like this. Now, we spoke about doodling before and how you can actually access and doodle on a diagram. Problem comes in when your students are also allowed to do that. If they are miscommunicating information as they doodle and another student interprets that and ingests it as something to be true when it's not necessarily true, then that can cause a problem with teaching. So that would be a case where you want to kind of, use modifications to, moderation to restrict that comment from being posted on your page. So you will have to monitor your page and the comments coming in pretty regularly to keep a guard up on what is being shown. There's also the issue of identities when we talk about VoiceThread. VoiceThread allows one user to create alter egos. So what this means is, my name is Tiffany Phillips and here is my real picture. But students can select any photo and change the name for themselves, and it may cause confusion, even though it's tied to one profile. If I don't necessarily like Ashley and she's in our classroom, and I have a picture of her from our yearbook, I can copy that picture and say I'm Ashley and post a message when Ashley may not have done that in a sense. And that can cause some confusion and some extra background work to kind of see who's really sent the message. That could be a problem for this program. To implement VoiceThread in your classroom, you can use it as a blog. You can post an initial comment and ask the children to respond. You can use it as a reteaching tool, which is what I've been mostly talking about. If I've had a lecture in class, I can post that exact same lecture, walk through the steps, and so students who have had problems retaining the information from that lesson can view it over and over again to help educate them on the subject matter. It can also be used as a parental resource. You can post updates for parents if you've added them to the group that are able to access your VoiceThread. Then it can be a parental resource in that they know what's going on in the classroom and what's expected of their child. You can implement it as a peer insight tool, meaning that you can just kind of open it up and let the peers collaborate back and forth about certain topics, and also use that as a way for them to grow each other. In closing, VoiceThread is a wonderful Web 2.0 tool. It's very interactive. You can physically see someone if they're using a webcam, and you record the message. You can see the diagrams. You can write on the diagrams. This program is limitless. So if you'd like to try it out, click click the above link that you see here and go ahead and walk through an interactive lesson and create your very own VoiceThread. Thank you for listening to this presentation. Have a great day.